January the 12th, 2017, Bitcoin was at $798. It's gone from $798 to nearly $7,800. Now, many of you may be thinking, well, you've missed the boat. I promise you, you haven't. And the reason I say that is there are so many things that are influencing the price of Bitcoin, and one of them is the Security and Exchange Commission here in the USA. Now, up until very recently, 2 or 3 companies have put what we call an ETF, an exchange-traded fund, in front of the Securities and Exchange Commission, asking them or trying to force their hand to regulate and to monitor those funds. Now, at that point, if the SEC had decided to do so, the currency would have deemed to be a legitimate and official currency that could be traded on the markets, and of course, the price would have been reflecting at the same time. So up until now, that hasn't happened. There is another fund and another company that is placing yet another fund in front of the SEC. But we know at some point in the near future, it's extremely likely that the SEC will regulate it, and therefore that is going to have a very significant bearing on the price of Bitcoin. You may know this company, and rumors are right at the moment that they are likely to be accepting Bitcoin as a method of payment on their platform. And Amazon are currently one of the world's biggest online retailers. What do you think that in turn is likely to do to the price of Bitcoin if that announcement is made? Well, absolutely. My opinion is it's going to soar way beyond where it is at the moment. And there are many other things in the pipeline that are likely to affect the price in a similar direction. It is volatile. It does go up. It does go down. But we need volatility. If the price was constant, you couldn't trade with it or against it on a daily basis. And to give you an idea of the perspective of Bitcoin and where it sits in the market, and this slide is a little out of date, Bitcoin probably makes up around 76 billion at the moment, but you can look at Bill Gates there with a net worth of 86 billion. So Bitcoin is much smaller than Bill Gates, who happens to love Bitcoin. You look at Amazon, 457 billion. The US dollar in circulation there at the bottom, 1.5 trillion. And all physical money, $31 trillion. So it's just a very, very small pinprick in the financial picture. But that will change, and it is getting traction, and things will move very significantly in the coming months. Our good old friend Warren Buffett, well, he said of our $49 billion we have to invest, we haven't moved any into Bitcoin. And then within a few weeks, renowned investor and Berkshire Hathaway CEO Warren Buffett spoke out about Bitcoin for the second time, calling the digital currency a brilliant, unprecedented innovation in an interview with CNBC, and subsequently have moved many millions of dollars into the market. A familiar face, Sir Richard Branson. I think it's working. There will be other currencies like it that may be even better, but in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin. And Sir Richard Branson holds seminars, etc., on his private island and has done for the last 7-8 years for the blockchain leaders. He is heavily involved with Bitcoin. Ben Bernanke. Virtual currencies may hold long-term promise, particularly if the innovations promote a faster, more secure and more efficient payment system, which is exactly what Bitcoin does. Bill Gates. Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap financial transactions can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place, and of course for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. So, how do you make money? Well, here's the important bit. Bitcoin packages, let's take a look. They're going to pay you a daily payment, which is the return of capital. You get daily withdrawals where you can remove and withdraw your daily returns and commissions should you choose to share this with other people. And those commissions and daily returns can be immediately used to purchase yet more Bitcoin packages, which of course can result in a highly profitable compounding effect. So here's an example. Let's take 20 Bitcoin packages. They're 50 euros per package. 20 of them's 1,000 euros. The runtime, as I said before, is approximately 140 working days. And the return of capital after that period of time would be 1,400 euros. In other words, you've had your money back and made 400 euros at the same time. And of course, you need to bear in mind one very, very important thing. We get paid in Bitcoin from each package, not in euros, not in dollars, not in British pounds, in Bitcoin. So as the price of Bitcoin increases, as it is doing, and of course it could go down and will go down in that period, but everybody predicts it's likely to increase, then of course the value of what we have goes up accordingly. So in your back office, once you've opened your free account, you'll be able to see today your back office package calculator. And I've taken the example we've just looked at and transferred it to those figures. You'll see at the top, we have 20 Bitcoin packages. We've set and assumed that the average return of capital is around 1% a day. And I've set the account here to 100% rebuy, which means every time I'm generating money, and I'll take you through that below, then my account would automatically buy me more Bitcoin packages because I want to compound my packages to create a more substantial account. So here down the left-hand side are your working days, 1 through to 5. You can see the return of capital that we are generating each day from each package. 20 packages for the first 4 days. And on the right-hand side here, what you can see is that we've generated on day 1 0.0015 Bitcoin in profits from those 20 packages. The next day we've generated double that because we've got 2 packages, right? The next day and so on. Ultimately, by day 4, we have enough money that we've generated from the trading to buy another package, and our packages have now grown from 20 to 21. Let's just move that forward 1 year, 260 working days. Now what you can see here is the working days are on the left-hand side, and the important bit to understand is that you've now gone from 20 packages on day 1, you've compounded them, and this is as assuming that you've not withdrawn any money, but you're now growing at the rate of at least 1 package a day, some days 2 packages. And you can see that on the daily return of capital, you've generated from 120 packages, you're now getting 0.0092 Bitcoin per day. Now 0.0092 Bitcoin per day at the current rate of around $7,800 per Bitcoin is around $72 a day. There are 21 working days that your packages are traded for per month. So that will give you a payment of $1,506 per month. So let's just move this slide forward and let's assume that you don't buy 20 packages, you consider buying 200 packages here at the top. That would be 10,000 euros or $11,600. Here you can see that everything's increased by a factor of 10. Your 200 packages that you bought initially in a year's time would be, you would have 1,231 packages paying you out 0.095 Bitcoin per day. The exchange rate today on Bitcoin is 7,800. That's $741 per day with 21 working days in a month. That's nearly $15,000 per month. Now, what I'd like you to just pause on for a moment is we're projecting these figures forward a year. Who believes that Bitcoin will still be at $7,800 in a year's time? Bearing in mind only a few months ago, it was only at $780. Many people think Bitcoin could be at $20,000 this time next year. And if that was the case, let's just say it doubled, then of course the figures that you're looking at here would mean that by buying 200 Bitcoin packages, compounding them for a year, paying you out 0.95 in 12 months time, 0.095 in 12 months time, you would be generating, if Bitcoin was at $15,000 per Bitcoin, nearly $31,000 per month. Quite staggering. And if you went to one more and looked at 2,000 Bitcoin packages, which was a value of 100,000 euros or $116,000, you'd be getting in a year's time, assuming that you're getting a 1% growth per day and you are not withdrawing any money and you're compounding your account for 1 year, just around 1 Bitcoin a day. And if Bitcoin was at $15,000, then that's $15,000 every day, 21 working days in a month. That's $315,000 in month one alone after 12 months, way beyond the figures, obviously, that you were looking at previously. So, everything that you've seen so far is totally passive trading. You've not had to talk to anybody, share with anybody, recruit anybody. You've just decided to get involved in the fastest growing currency on the planet, purchase your Bitcoin packages, or having an option to purchase your Forex packages, or a combination of the both on your TechCoin, but it's been done completely passively. You do not have to be sitting in front of a screen. You do not have to log on. You set your account and get on with your life. This is what your back office is going to look like once you've opened your free account and logged in. I won't dwell on that because you can find your way around that, and I will be doing some videos to explain all the features in your back office. Now, back at the end of 2016, the company decided, with the guidance of Mike Kiefer, to go down the networking or referral route to grow the business, and that's why we've had nearly 500,000 members join in a very short period of time. Many other companies go in different directions. The likes of Nadex spend millions and millions of dollars on international marketing via YouTube and those sort of platforms, but USI Tech feel that word of mouth is a much better source. Let people see exactly how we can change their lives, and they, of course, are then going to tell others. So the compensation plan, what is the benefit of you sharing this with other people? Well, even those that said they did not wish to do so cannot help themselves. When they see what their accounts are doing, they want to tell others about it and make a difference in other people's lives. So 35% is paid out in commission over 12 levels. And what I can tell you is you don't even need to fund an account to benefit. You can open your free account today on this page that you're looking at. You can refer other people and share this with other individuals. And the minute that they start to purchase packages, the company will pay you 10% commission for that referral. So let me keep it simple. You refer this to Robert. You've opened a free account. Robert buys $1,000 or €1,000 worth of packages, and you would receive €100 in your back office instantly. That's completely free. There is no monthly subscription. There is no auto ship, and you are simply sharing this with other people and getting paid for doing so. From there, you've got €100. You may decide to buy some more packages, or you might decide to withdraw that. My advice would be buy packages, but that's up to you. That is level 1, completely free, that the company gives you. Now, there are 12 levels. Level 2 and 3, you need to get 3 referrals, 3 direct referrals that each have at least 12 packages. And that way, levels 2 and 3 are opened up for you. And then each subsequent level from 4 to 12, you need 1 other direct referral with at least 12 packages on each and every level from levels 4 to 12. So to summarize, you basically need to get 12 direct members over whatever period of time you feel is comfortable, who at least have 12 packages each to open up all 12 levels of commission. So let me take that one stage further and explain to you. You can see the percentages down the right-hand side, the levels down the left. The company is going to give you level 1. You don't need to pay or fund your account. They're going to pay you 10% of any referrals that you make. And the important thing for you to understand is that you don't just get 10% of what they buy today, but the company are going to pay you 10% of that and everything that account grows to for the life of that account. So we looked at the compounding effect and how people started with 20 packages, and in a year's time, they became 121 packages. That means that if that was your referral, you would have been paid for 121 packages over the course of that year. That meant that account would have spent €6,000 and you would have received 10% of that over the year. In other words, €600 in your back office. Starting to get the picture? Sharing is extremely lucrative. So moving on, let's talk about TechCoin. I said I was going to come back to it. And what is an ICO? Well, this is really important for you because you are getting involved or about to get involved with a company that has a clear vision of going public And part and parcel of that is that they have launched their new product, TechCoin, are offering it out as an initial coin offering or ICO. Let's talk about that. An initial coin offering, also commonly referred as an ICO, is a fundraising mechanism in which new projects sell their underlying crypto tokens in exchange for Bitcoin. It's somewhat similar, if you've ever been involved in it, in an IPO or an initial public offering, in which investors in a company, they purchase shares, and more often than not at preferential rates ahead of when that company decides to come out of private ownership into public ownership. So why TechCoin? Well, TechCoin is in pre-launch stage, and it's been limited to 500 million euros worth of tokens for USI Tech members only. It's not available to the general public. So once you've joined, you've opened your free account, you can buy your TechCoin packages and token packages, and there are going to be 500 million euros worth of them. And at that point, you will see there is a very substantial tipping point that you need to be aware of. So what props up and increases the value of the TechCoin? Well, the renewable energy and technology that we looked at earlier on is going to play a very large part about that. Just imagine that if that energy and that technology was licensed out to air conditioning companies and heating companies, you name it, anybody that uses electricity, they're able to generate that at an incredibly low cost, then of course it has huge demand and huge value. So with that sort of technology backing TechCoin, who would not want to get involved? Now let me explain to you how that works. Well, we looked at the packages earlier. There are 5 of them, but I want to just break down the benefits of getting involved now and why you're being given this preferential option ahead of the company going to the exchange. Let's take the gold package. The gold package is $2,899. If you were to buy that, right up until the point that the company have sold 125 million tokens, you will be able to buy that package, receive 5,000 tokens, which you see here on the right-hand side, and the minute that the company reach 125 million in sales, those tokens will double for you. You will then receive 10,000 tokens in total. So just follow that through. The Ruby package, let's take a look at that. $12,000 to buy it, and you receive 20,000 tokens. But that will double twice. When the company reaches 125, it doubles from 20 to 40, and when the company sells 250 million worth of tokens, it will double again to 80. But what you must understand is if you try and leave it too long and buy these packages after they've reached the first threshold, for example, the gold package, if you bought it today and they reach the first threshold, your tokens will double. If you bought it after the 125 million is sold, and let me tell you, they've sold nearly 50 million already, you will not get that double up bonus. You will miss it. So do be aware that you want to get in swiftly, because there are millions of tokens that are being sold currently. And it runs right the way through to the diamond package, where here you can see that the diamond package doubles on 4 occasions. The first occasion is here, you get 100,000. When 125 million are sold, you get 200,000. It's doubled. When it reaches 250 million of sales, it goes to 400,000. 375 million goes to 800,000. And when they finally sold the last amount at 500 million, you will have 1.6 million tokens. So how does that affect you? Well, let's look at the other coins that are out there, the other cryptocurrencies. I've left Bitcoin off because we all know about that. It's number one. But you've got Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Litecoin, Dash, Neo, and Nem. Look at the values of those. Litecoin, $62 currently. Dash, $306. Ripple, at the moment, very low currently, but will go up significantly. That's linked to the banking industry. Bitcoin Cash, 637. Well, that's actually way up now. That was at 1100 today. This slide's slightly out of date. What you can see is the value of these coins are very significant. So what if TechCoin, once they've sold their 500 million tokens, they are going to take the tokens to the exchange, into the public market, and then exchange those tokens for a coin. So if you happen to own 1.6 million tokens, you've got 1.6 million coins. Hopefully you've followed that. So what would the value be, given what we know about the technology that is propping up the coin? And there are many other things that are coming online to assist that. What if Tetcoin goes to just $5 on a gold package? Remember, on a gold package, you had 5,000 tokens, providing you bought them before the company reached 125 million in sales, and they've already done 50. Those tokens will double. You'll have 10,000 tokens, then at $5, if that's the value on the exchange. In other words, for spending nearly $3,000, you would have made 50 in total. What if the Tetcoin goes to $20? We've already just seen Litecoin at 62. Then on a gold package, your 10,000 tokens will be worth $200,000. And if you had a diamond package that you paid $60,000 for, and Tetcoin was just $5 when it went to the market, you would make $8 million. That is what it's like being part of a company that is going through from private to public ownership, and in the process offering an ICO that will go to the markets and generate significant value. Here's the scale charts on all commissions. That includes Bitcoin packages in blue, gold, ruby, and so on in colors. You can see there, and you can pause this video at any time to look at that in more detail. But you can see the levels, each one as you refer somebody. Your first referral, you're going to get paid 10% in Bitcoin packages, up to 18% if somebody buys a diamond package. That is instantly paid to you in your back office. Just think about that for a moment. So company incentives, well, there is a car incentive in place and has been since March. When you hit 2,000 Bitcoin packages and maintain that in your back office, the company will pay a car bonus to you of 800 euros every month. That's every month for the life of your account, providing you maintain at least 2,000 Bitcoin packages. If you hit 5,000 Bitcoin packages, they will pay you 1,600 euros per month, every month for the life of your account. That's more than a mortgage payment. And that is paid to you automatically by the company. Other incentives that they've run, beginning of October, a lot of people, 150, 160 people, went to the island of Mallorca in Spain and enjoyed 5-star luxury VIP treatment, all expenses for accommodation, sailing yachts around the islands, food, drink, all included. These guys at USI Tech know how to throw a party. And there'll be many more incentives like that coming on. We believe the next one to be Hawaii, and there will be qualification rules and requirements to enable you to get on that incentive. But trust me, it's easily done and it's worth going. So remember, this is completely free to join. There are no monthly fees. Just think about that. The company could easily put a subscription in for $9.99 a month and make millions. There are no monthly fees. That gives you an idea of what their focus is. There is no auto ship of products that have to be sent to you every month. All you need to do is simply buy your packages and watch them grow. Once you've done that, you don't even need to log in, unless of course you want to see how they're doing, which of course we do, but you don't have to be sat in front of a screen. You let the company trade on your behalf. So make sure you get back to the person that invited you here to watch this today, but at the very least, make sure that you click the register free button around here on this page and get started. Thanks very much for watching.